Hey, I thought you were dead.
Yeah, so I was. But now I'm back, and I'm trying to prove that the dragons are really here.
Who are you doing that for?
I work for Lord Hagen. With the help of the paladins, the dragons can be stopped.
The paladins? Let me tell you something. After I managed to flee from here, I went to Corinus. I wanted to warn the paladins about the dragons. Heaven knows why I even tried. That puffed up Lothar didn't even listen to me, and certainly didn't let me talk to Lord Hagen. Instead, they sent me back here with the expedition. So don't talk to me about paladins.
The important thing is to stop the dragons as long as there's still time, no matter who helps us achieve that.
Stop them? We should get our asses out of this valley as long as we still have time for that. Say, how did you manage to get across the pass? I thought that it was swarming with orcs.
There's a path through the abandoned mine which isn't held by orcs.
That's good to know. Then I will head for Corinus before long. I've got a few old accounts to settle there.
Listen, I need this proof.
All right, I'll help you if I can, but I'm not going to stick my neck out for anyone.
I'm traveling on behalf of Garand. He needs to know how much ore has been mined so far.
And then he will give you the proof you want?
That's right. So, can you tell me anything about it?
There are 4 chests of ore here in the back of the cave. Silvestro's people mine them. Garand is welcome to come and get them, but I won't be here then.
How did you come by the ore?
I was with Silvestro's group. We had been prospecting for several days when Silvestro suddenly became nervous. He said that we should take the ore to a safe place. Well, since I was planning to skedaddle anyway, I volunteered to hide the ore. And that was lucky for me, because the scrapers met with a few mine crawlers, and none of them survived.
What about the 2 dead knights in front of your hideout?
They met their doom during a fight with a group of snappers. Well, the Valley of Mines has its own rules. I told them so, but they wouldn't listen to me.
What do I need to know about the valley?
Since the fall of the barrier, a few things have changed around here. The orcs are now in charge. We humans are nothing but fodder for the true rulers of the valley, the dragons. Stay away from anything that is stronger than you, and avoid everything that resembles a dragon.
Can you teach me something?
Sure, what would you like to know? You have gained a little dexterity already.
Let's go together.
To the pass? Why not? You go first. You've only just come from there. But don't even think about going too close to the castle or to the orc wall. Also, we need to avoid all fortified camps of the paladins. I have just escaped from one, and I don't intend to go back toiling in one of the mines. And it goes without saying that we're not going near any dragons. Let me know when you're ready.
How's it going?
Let me know when you want to get started.
Hey! Can you teach?
Sure. You have gained.
Come with me.
All right. One less monster around.
monster!
That's the mine where they took me when I came back with the penal convoy. I'm sure that nobody's still alive in there. Go ahead and take a look around. I'll be waiting outside. But if you take too long, I'll just go back to my camp. Unless you want me to wait here for you.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I'm a scout. I roam the country. But all those snappers haven't made it easy for me. It's a good time to land a few trophies, provided you know what you're doing.
Can you teach me how to do that?
I can show you how to pull the claws off those things once they're dead. The entire Valley of Mines is teeming with orcs. No matter where you're headed, this won't be a picnic.
May Inas be with you. Do you bring news from the castle? Are reinforcements coming soon?
I haven't come to bring news, but to get news.
Then speak to Fajeth. He's in command here, but if you have news from the castle, then let me know.
How's your situation here?
We're surrounded by monsters, and have hardly mined any ores so far. Plus, we've lost a lot of good men. I don't know how long we can hold out, but we won't give up.
About the news.
Yeah. What's the situation in the castle?
It's still besieged by the orcs, and also still open to the dragon's attacks.
Oh, damn. I hope the boys will hold out. Listen, a friend of mine is in the castle. His name is Udar, and we've known each other a long time and fought a lot of battles side by side. I want you to take him this ring. He's to keep it safe for me. Tell him I'll get it when I come back.
No problem. When I get to the castle, I'll give the ring to Udar.
Good. The magic of the ring will give Udar new strength. Hey, and tell him that I'll get it back from him.
How's your situation?
We're surrounded by I don't know how long.
Hey, you!
What do you want from me? I'm not going anywhere.
Stay calm, relax, no one wants you to go anywhere.
Thank Inos. You know, over the last few days, several men have left the camp, and not one of them has come back. They were all eaten by snappers. But not me. I'll just stay put until it's all over.
Are you alright?
The snappers are out there. Can you smell them? I can smell them.
Hey, you!
Hey, leave me alone, man.
Hey, where do you come from? Have you just come from the castle?
Yes, I come from the castle. Why?
What's the situation there?
No better than here. The orcs are still there, if that's what you mean.
Damn, you're not safe anywhere. I'll tell you something. If I weren't scared shitless, I'd just beat it out of here.
What are you doing here anyway?
I'm the general dog's body here. Schlep stuff around, keep an eye on the snappers. Bill got here, Bill got there. Yeah, I should have just stayed home with my old lady. Wasn't any different there, but at least there was something decent to eat. And now I'm all that remains of the men-at-arms that were assigned to Fajeth. How was I to know that this expedition wasn't gonna make it back? My pal Olaf made himself scarce. Maybe he pulled it off.
I found Olaf.
And what's he up to?
He's dead. The wolves ate him.
Ah, damn. I hope that at least I'll manage to get out of here.
Where do you come from?
I'm here on behalf of Garand.
Very good. I can certainly use new men.
I am not here to assist you.
No? Then why did you come?
My mission is to find out how much ore you have mined so far.
Listen, I don't know why Goran sent me a mercenary. but he must have a reason. But before I send you back, you will carry out a mission for me.
Everything has its price. If you can pay me, I might consider it.
I am not accustomed to doing business with mercenaries. I hate haggling for a better price. But as a token of my goodwill, I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you work for me. Do we have an agreement?
What can I do for you?
For days, a horde of snappers has been roaming around our camp. Looks like they're just waiting for a good opportunity to attack. I don't know what they're waiting for. But as long as they're here, there's no peace to be had in the camp. That Fed, above all the rest, is scared out of his mind and driving the other convicts crazy. So who should I send? Bilgot? Ha! He's a wreck too. And Tengron? Sure, he can fight, but he lacks the necessary guile. The only one who can do it is you. I want you to hunt down those damn beasts and kill them.
How's the morale of your men?
You want to know how my men's morale is? They can hardly work for fear. Deal with these snappers, or someone's bound to crack.
What do you know about the snappers?
Why do you want to know that? And don't tell me you're just curious.
I'm going to hunt those snappers.
That's crazy. I've watched them. Those are bloodthirsty beasts.
Then tell me what you know about them.
Yeah, I can help you, but only under one condition.
What do you want?
If you manage to kill the snappers, then you have to get me out of here. I can't take it here much longer. Have you talked to Fed? The guy is wrecked, and I don't want to end up like him.
Tell me what you know, then I'll get you out of here.
I knew I could count on you, so pay attention. I've watched the snappers for quite a while. They're very cunning, and they have a kind of communication, but they never go alone and attack only in a pack. There's something else. There's a lizard among them that's different. It rarely shows up, but I've seen it. The other beasts bow when they go past it, but they always keep it in sight as they do so. As long as that one doesn't move, no lizard in its vicinity will.
Where can I find that bloody beast?
I saw it by the steps of the old watchtower.
Fine. I think I understand. Thank you.
Remember, you gave me your word.
Hey, you! I killed the leader of the pack.
Good. Without a leader, they're only half as dangerous. I don't think they'll attack us anymore. Here is your gold, as agreed.
Tell me how much ore you've mined so far.
Report to Garand that so far we've only been able to mine 2 chests of ore. I've already taken too many losses thanks to the constant attacks. If Garand can send me more men, then we can mine more ore.
I see. I'll let him know.
Good. Then the rest...
Hey! It's time, Bilgot. Pack your things. We're off.
I'm ready.
So you killed the leader of the pack. And did you get the claws off that beast?
Yes.
They're certainly worth a lot. There are some fellows who collect this stuff, if you find the right buyer.
Right. There we are. Now hit the road. This area is hot.
Thank you.
Don't get yourself eaten. That'd be a pity.
Farewell.
Nobody ever asks me.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Will it ever change?
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
You should know a thing or two. I already thought.
Do you really think?
Anything from me.
Where did you pick that up then? So I'm not touching that. Who said that?
Hey! I've got something for you.
Excellent. I'll train you if you like.
I want to be...
You should have known.
Where did you pick that up then? I've got my own opinion about that.
Nobody ever asks me.
Like my own opinion about that.
We can only wait and see. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I'm not touching that.
Hey!
That was obvious all along.
Hey, you! Hey, you! Show me... Hey, you! Here, I bring you Tengron's ring. It's supposed to protect you. Tengron says he'll come and get it once he's back.
What? Do you know what ring that is? He got that ring as an award for his courage in battle. You say he wants to get it back? If it's the will of Innos, he is going to. If it's the will of Innos.
Show me...
for that is the will of Innos.
I agree with you completely.
Who said that?
I wouldn't
Don't
be
say
so
you didn't know
Can't
that.
rely on that.
It was quite obvious.
Do you really think?
There's no problem solved, so.
Do you really think?
I've met Marcos.
And? What does he have to report? How much ore does he have for us?
4 chests. He's left the mining site to take the ore to safety. Now he's guarding the chests in a small valley behind the lines of orcs. He's asking for reinforcements, however.
What? Only 4 chests, and he left his mining site? Damn! That isn't good. And now he wants more men? Well, fine. I'll send him 2 people.
About Silvestro's mining site.
Did you go see him? Did you talk to him?
Everyone's dead there. They were surprised by mine crawlers.
What about the ore? Do you know how much they've mined?
They managed to secure a few chests first. They're in a cave along the path from the castle to the mining site.
Damn! Those were a lot of good men. May Innos have mercy on their souls.
I talked to Fayeth.
What has he got to tell me?
His people have mined 2 chests of ore.
2 chests? I don't need 2 chests. I need 200!
He wants me to tell you that he needs more men.
What? I'm supposed to send even more men to certain death? He can forget it! Damn! What's going on out there? Has Beliar himself come to wipe us out? My men are almost all dead, and with the bit of ore we have, we can't even stop one orc, let alone an army! This expedition is doomed to failure.
He should have known better.
What about the letter for Lord Hagen?
We have 10 crates of ore on the whole, and we've lost twice as many good men. You shall have your letter. Lord Hagen must hear of this. This valley is cursed. Evil abides here.
What about my pay?
Oh yes, right. I still owe you some gold. Here's your reward.
What are you planning to do now?
I've tried everything. You're my only hope now. You and that Lord Hagen will send me reinforcements. We'll continue to stand firm and pray to Innos that he won't leave us despondent in this dark hour.
Why haven't I heard about this before? I can't believe that. Mike, it's exactly what I said. The end.
So it says.
You don't have to ask me. I'm in enough trouble as it is. I agree with you completely.
That was obvious.
for you.
Hey, you're finally back. You have to go see Zardes right away. There's a problem.
That I certainly believe.
All hell's broken loose since you left. Talk to Zardes. He's waiting for you. Zardes gave me this rune for you. It'll help you get to him faster. We'll meet again there.
There he is. There he is.
That horrible animal is dead, I assume. Then I can finally hunt freely again. Here's the money I promised you.
Hey, you! The water mages have discovered a portal to an unknown part of the island.
Interesting. As soon as you find out something that is really helpful, be sure to let me know. The artifact of Beliar could be hidden somewhere there. Find it.
About that unknown part of the island.
Don't bother me with details. Come back if you really find anything useful.
Can you tell me anything about this stone tablet?
First, I suspected it might be a magical artifact, but I finally concluded that it is not of any great significance. I have not been able to decode the meaning of this tablet entirely, but it seems to concern the history of a very old culture. If you want the tablet, it's yours. I have no use for it.
I'm back from the Valley of Mines.
High time, too. What did you see?
You were right. The land's been overrun by an entire army of the enemy. Orcs are besieging the castle, and dragons have laid whole areas to waste. It won't be long before they attack Corinus, if I'm not mistaken. Lester said you wanted to see me at once. What the hell has happened here in the meantime?
The enemy has learned who you really are, and that you're planning to get hold of the Eye of Enos. He has recognized the threat. It has forced him to leave his cover and openly attack. The game of hide and seek is over. Yesterday, nobody knew what the enemy's attack would look like. Now it has become only too obvious.
I was attacked by magicians in black robes.
The enemy has many faces. The Seekers are one of them. They're really the ones who prepare the ground for the enemy. They have taken up their positions in strategic places and are now only waiting for an opportunity to spring the trap. Stay out of their way. They are very powerful magical beings, and they will try to deter you at any cost.
I finally got the proof that Lord Hagen demanded of me.
What proof is that?
I received a letter from Garand, the commander of the Paladins in the Valley of Mines. In it, he asks for reinforcements.
That should be enough to convince that militant warhorse. Well done.
What will be the next step now?
Go and bring Lord Hagen the letter from Garand, so that he may grant you access to the Eye of Enos. Then go to the monastery and talk to Pyrokar. He must give you the eye. Nothing is more important than getting this artifact away to safety. Go now before it's too late. The enemy will also try to lay his hands on it.
Hey, you! And how's it going for you?
Those black-hooded bastards are everywhere. Someone ought to stuff their hoods down their throats.
It's a bad business.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
I couldn't get away with that.
That's not what I heard.
That's no secret.
Hey, you!
I am Geryon, master of two-handed combat and paladin of the king. Why are you disturbing me?
Can you train me?
If you wish to learn something, you must turn to a teacher from outside of our order. I am a warrior, not a teacher.
Hey! I bring you news from Garand. Here, he gave me this message for you.
Our situation is worse than I had feared, but report to me on the situation in the Valley of Mines.
The paladins are holed up in the castle in the Valley of Mines, surrounded by orcs. There were many casualties in the prospecting operations, and there's barely any ore left. Well, I should say that without any help, the lads are lost. That's how it looks.
I shall find a way to rescue this expedition. You have done much for us. Innos will thank you.
I'm not all that interested in his gratitude. I want his eye.
Yes, of course, I stand by my word. Take this letter. It will open the monastery gates to you. Speak with Pyrokar, the highest fire magician, and show him this authorization. He will grant you access to the Eye of Innos. One more thing before you go. Take this rune as a token of my gratitude. It will take you safely back to the city whenever you want.
Nobody wants to know.
I never knew that.
It was his decision, wasn't it? Never asked for my opinion.
Been there, done that.
Hey, you! Show me your... I've got some special snapper claws for you.
My customer will be happy to hear that. Here's the ring I promised you.
I've got my own opinion about that.
That was no big deal.
I've heard you are with the paladins in the Valley of Mines. I'm impressed. You should take your time and browse my goods. Right now, I have a very special potion to offer.
Show me.
We can only wait and see.
That's no secret.
Don't say you didn't know that.
That was no big deal.
I've heard a thing or two.
I couldn't care less.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
You should really have known better.
I knew that would be a problem.
He doesn't see that. I can't help him.
Good thing you're here. You need to help me.
That's all just gossip.
What is this about?
A lot of things have changed since I left here. I have to get back on my feet somehow.
What's the problem?
I have to get into the upper quarter. But I'm not a citizen of the town, and I don't have enough money to bribe the guards. That's where you come in.
So you want me to lend you some gold?
Nonsense. I've got some gold. A whole lot of gold, even. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. You need to go fetch my gold for me.
That's the first.
Okay, I'll help you.
Well, listen. Back when the barrier was still in place, I hid a small treasure. It's been quite a while. That's why I forgot to take it with me. And I can't leave here at all at the moment. To cut a long story short, you must go to the Valley of Mines for me and fetch my gold.
Nobody ever asked for.
Where's the gold hidden?
Directly at the trading square, above the abandoned mine. It's in a leather satchel. But don't forget to check that it's the right one, so you don't walk all that way for nothing.
How can I recognize it?
It's full of gold. A whole lot of gold.
I agree with you completely.
I'll try to find your gold.
Just do it. That's enough for me.
Do you really believe that?
Can you
I have to attend to my business first.
I can't believe that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
That's the
Where have you been? I need.
I've got a.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Good work.
So why won't they listen to me?
Show me.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
He didn't get that from me.
You listen to the wrong people.
He didn't get that from me.
Hey!
Thanks for saving me.
But no, he says we do better.
Eldritch will work for you again from now on.
I can only hope that he won't disappear again when the next little tart waves her skirt at him. Take this gold as a reward for bringing back my apprentice.
Show me.
Part of his power in his realm so that he might restore it to the human if the beast.
Same old thing all over again.
It was just like you said.
You don't say. Everybody knows.
Show me.
Don't tell this to anyone. But that's terrible. Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Really? How interesting.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Now that's typical, isn't it? Really? How interesting.
Show me.
And he works all day, too.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Who says things like that?
Show me.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I don't believe that.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
He'd better shut up.
Show me. Take your pick.
Works all day, too.
Who says things like that?
That's not what I heard.
Everybody knows by now.
Don't tell this to anyone.
And he works all day too.
That's what I've always said.
I've got to go. Suit yourself.
Don't say.
Who says things like that?
And he works all day too.
Someone's got to do the work. Don't tell this to anyone.
Honestly, I wouldn't say.
Really not my problem.
Someone's got to do it. Now that's typical.
Do you really think?
Hey, you.
He can't keep
Teach me.
anything to himself.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Who says things like that?
You've already got...
He can't keep anything to himself.
But that's terrible.
And it's going to get even worse.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's an open secret.
That's not what I heard.
Don't say.
What are you doing here?
My name is Brahim. I draw maps and sell them. Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city? It's quite affordable and very useful until you know your way around.
Show me.
Works all day. He had better shut up.
He can't keep anything to himself.
That's not what my husband thinks. He can't take care of everything for everybody.
That's what I always says things like that.
You don't say. He had better shut up.
Don't tell this to anyone. I witnessed it myself.
I won't tell her. Someone's got to do the work.
That's not what my husband's got to do the work.
I knew this.
What piece would that?
Well, that old map you just... I know your kind. You go...
You don't say. He can't keep anything.
Why don't you keep it for yourself?
I'm an old man, and the times when I set out myself are long past. I leave that to younger people.
That's not what I heard.
What kind of a map is it?
It seems to be a treasure map or the like. But you look to me like one who'll get to the heart of this matter himself.
Where did you get this map?
Oh, I found that in a stack of old maps which I bought recently. The seller must have overlooked it.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Come back again.
Someone's got to do the work.
These are bad times.
I won't
things I could tell you. Tell me that isn't true.
I'm no better off myself.
I can't believe it.
Enos deals out fair punishment. You should really have known better.
Is it really true? It can't go on like this forever.
The things I could tell you.
What do you... Then pay it.
His deeds were just.
It had to happen sooner or later.
He really didn't deserve that.
That's no secret.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Nobody wants to know.
It can't go on like this forever.
You don't have to tell me that.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
I used to say that myself.
It can't go on like this forever.
You should really have known better.
I can't believe it.
No idea. You tell me.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Nobody wants to know.
I don't believe this is going to change.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I've heard a thing or two.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I've heard a thing or two.
You don't have to tell me that.
I've heard a thing or two.
I used to say that myself.
For that is the will of Enos.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
For that is the will of Enos.
It had to happen sooner or later. You should really have known better.
He listened to the wrong people.
And it's going to get even worse.
That will never change.
That's an open secret.
These are bad times.
Nothing amazes me anymore. That's been going on a long time.
And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as well as animals.
You don't say. Don't tell this to anyone.
That's not what I heard. These are bad times.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
I can't take her anymore. Really, how interesting.
Surrender while you can. There is no escape for you. The Master wants your...
Hey, you. Hey, you. Ever been to the monastery?
Maybe. Why?
Are they still taking on people? I wouldn't know where else to turn.
Where do you come from?
I used to be captain of a big whaler, my boy. The sea is my home. My ship, the good old Magdalena, was sunk by pirates a few months ago, and now I'm stranded here. All I ever wanted was to go back to sea. But since I've come here, not one schooner is called at this accursed port. The only ship which is anchored in Corinthus is that blasted war galley of the king, and they don't take on anyone. So what else can I do? There's no work for me in town. I've tried everything.
You'd better get off the road.
Don't worry. I've already noticed that the wilderness out here has become damn dangerous in the last couple of days.
Do you know anything about the hooded figures?
No, but I have a bad feeling about those guys. Be careful if you run into them.
Do you know where the others are?
Gorn seems to have coped with his stay in Garon's dungeon very well. In any case, he wanted to go to Lee and see what was happening on the farm. After the grub they serve in the dungeon, he's probably stuffing his face right now and putting the mercenaries' provisions to a real test. Diego mumbled something about a reckoning. No idea what he meant by that, but I suspect he's in the city. You know him, always there when there's something to be had.
How did you get to the monastery so fast?
What kind of a question is that? I crept through the pass and made my way straight to the monastery. Admittedly, it was never easy avoiding all the monsters making themselves at home on this side of the valley, but ultimately I encountered fewer problems than I expected.
I need to get into the monastery. It's urgent.
I can't let you into the monastery. I'll get in trouble with the High Council. Without the permission of my superiors, I can't let anyone into the monastery.
I've got a letter from Lord Hagen.
Show me. All right, here's the key to the monastery. Pyrocar is in the church. Nobody ever asks me.
I couldn't get away with that.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
The path of virtue is long and rocky.
Nobody ever asks me.
Only in us decides what's right or wrong.
I always act in the name of Innos.
Hey, you! some citizens of Corinus have mysteriously disappeared.
Take your tribute to Gorax at the monastery at once. He will handle it further.
The same is true for the investigation of the unusual earthquakes in the northeastern regions of Corinus. So far, I have not received notice that our intervention would be required. Therefore, we are not going to take any steps in this matter.
Yes, but...
No buts. We shall proceed as we see fit, and I hope even you are going to respect that.
I've come from the old Valley of Mines.
What do you have to report?
The enemy has formed up there with an army of orcs and dragons.
We have already learned that from Milton. But what about the king's shipment of ore?
The mine they are digging for Garand in the valley cannot satisfy the demands of the king.
The days are becoming grayer, and the light of the sun is ever weaker.
I was attacked by men in black robes.
I know. Those are the Seekers, henchmen from the nether realms of Beliar. Beware of them. They will try to take possession of you. Once possessed, you will no longer be yourself. Only here in the monastery could you find help then, so be careful. Here, this rune will bring you directly back to the monastery if you need our help. Remember, we must offer resistance or we shall all be doomed.
I have come to take the Eye of Innos.
I see that you have received an authorization from Lord Hagen himself to bear the Eye of Innos. I am afraid that I have to disappoint you. We have fallen victim to a treacherous plot of the enemy. The Eye of Innos has been violently taken from these sacred walls.
Who did this?
Evil is cunning, and usually works in secret. Only rarely do you see it emerge to pursue its evil machinations in broad daylight. But these days, it's a different matter. The enemy now shows himself openly in the street, in every home and every public square. This can only mean that he no longer fears any adversary and is not going to shrink back from anything. One of our most faithful followers, a candidate for the high robe of the Magicians of Fire, has changed his allegiance unexpectedly, and in an alarmingly evil manner. Pedro. The enemy has taken possession of him, thus inflicting a terrible defeat upon us. Pedro has forced his way into our most sacred halls and stolen the eye. I fear that he simply spent too much time by himself, outside of the gates, and thus beyond the protective walls of the monastery, exposed to all lurking dangers.
Where did the thief flee to?
Pedro knocked down some of the other novices who tried to stop him and disappeared into the morning mist. Many novices have gone after him to bring the eye back to its place unharmed. If you want to catch up with him, you need to hurry before Pedro disappears out of your reach. One more little thing. Stay away from the roadside shrines. We have heard that some of them have been desecrated. No one can say what effect they have now. It is not your task to solve this problem. The paladins will take care of this matter.
Those are all just rumors. Tell me that isn't true. Do you really think? I couldn't care less. Why haven't I heard about this before?
Not so fast. I have another task for you. A mercenary for hire of your kind could be of use to us in this matter.
Whom should I kill?
For Innos' sake, no one, of course. This business demands a bit more finesse, you lout. Salandril, the alchemist from the upper end of town, is guilty of a serious crime and must be punished for it. However, he has refused to come to the monastery to be judged. Bring him here. How you accomplish this does not matter to us. You will, of course, be rewarded.
No problem. I'll take care of it.
Good. We expect to hear from you in a few days.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed. You know what you have to do.
scriptures.
Same old thing all over again.
You should have known better.
Innos deals out fair punishment.
Hey, you!
So it says in
I
the
do not
scriptures.
know why you were allowed to enter the monastery. I am Pardon, and I am responsible for our novices. I do not want you to keep them from their work with stupid questions. Is that clear?
It had to happen sooner or later.
Sure.
I certainly hope so.
If he ever asks me,
I couldn't get away with that.
that's just what I said.
The things I could tell you.
You have to feel sorry.
Hey, you!
That's no secret.
Could have told you that before.
I'm staying out of it.
Can I be of assistance to you?
What's your task?
My tasks are many and varied. Not only am I the steward, but I am also the treasurer. Moreover, I supervise the wine cellar, and I'm in control of the monastery's food supplies. So, if there's anything you need, you can always come to me and get it. For a modest contribution, that is. Wait, mercenary, I need to...
What do you want?
The monastery is facing a very delicate situation. At the moment, everyone seems to mistrust everybody else. And then, this thing with Pedro, that's extremely... I have an assignment for you from the highest authorities. You're not a member of the Brotherhood of the Fire, and therefore, the only one here who can settle this matter for us. But I must warn you, if I give you this assignment, you'll be bound to fulfill it too. Once you know what it's about, you'll have no choice. Do you understand?
Tell me what you want.
All right, then listen well, for I'm only going to say this once. Serpentes wants you to kill Pedro for his treason as soon as you lay your hands on him. You will be paid as soon as this task is fulfilled. I never said that, and you haven't heard anything either. Understand?
I need a... Hey, you!
Why haven't I heard about this before?
There's more, believe me.
Do you really think?
Nobody wants to know.
You already know what I think.
Out! What do you want here? Just
See, that
it.
wasn't so hard.
No one must violate the divine order.
I couldn't do it.
Never would have thought.
There's more, believe me.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I am Master Highglass, guardian of the fire and keeper of the knowledge.
I never would have thought.
He really should have.
What are you studying, Master?
My research focuses on fire, the power of Innos. It is his gift and at the same time a mighty weapon, and I create runes which contain his power.
Why haven't I heard about
Hey, you!
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be on your way and looking for the underhanded traitor Pedro?
I used to say that myself.
He's not gonna get very far.
I hope so for your sake. If he should escape because you've been lollygagging here, I will personally drag you before the tribunal.
What would you accuse me of?
Conspiracy with the enemy. It takes little imagination to picture the punishment for such an offense. And now, see to it that you lose no more time. Otherwise, the next time we meet, it will be at the stake.
No one must violate the divine order. You don't have to ask me that.
Path of virtue is long, rocky.
You should have known better.
I've got no time for things like that.
Do you really think?
You don't have to ask me that. There's nothing you can do about it.
Hey! Teach me.
Come back. You've already...
Hey, you!
Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look. Smart kid.
You listen to the wrong people.
It can't go on like this forever.
That was obvious all along.
Got my own opinion about that.
There he is. We shall get. There he is.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
And he works all day, too.
Will it ever change? But he knew that all along.
There you are.
Show me.
I never knew that.
It can't go on like this forever.
It's really not my problem.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I'm gonna know
There you
what
are.
it is.
Show me.
It's really not my problem.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
I never really thought as much.
That's all just gossip.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I'm not telling you anything new.
It can't go on like this forever.
Been there, done that.
We listened to the wrong people.
But with it, the trees and animals were also washed away. And
Don't say you didn't know that.
He really should have known better.
Be so sure.
You go to the monastery now to be judged.
What? Have you gone off your rocker?
Nobody ever asked for
Like hell I will. Those miserable magicians don't have the slightest proof against me.
I have my orders and I'm going to carry them out, so either you go now, or I'll make you.
What? I'll drag you through town by your collar like a filthy rag.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Well, we'll see the next time. All right, you're the better fighter. What do you want?
So, are you going to the monastery now, or should I give you another...
You'll live to regret this. Yes, damn it. I'll go to that monastery, but don't you think you'll get away with this?
Can't rely on that.
Too much.
Who says
Enough
things
trouble
like
as it
that?
is.
That was no big deal.
That would be a problem.
And thus spake Adanos to his brothers, Never again shall you walk upon my land, for it is sacred, and so shall it be. But the human...
What's going on here?
What do you mean?
You're the second fellow to rush past here like he's been stung by blood flies.
Where did the other one go?
He ran up that way like lightning.
I need to get going.
Hey, no problem.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
You have come too late. We have destroyed the Eye of Innos, so that it can never regain its power. We shall now demonstrate the futility of your attempt to challenge the Master. You cannot hide. There he is.
Been there, done that.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Beat it!
Been there, done that.
Can't go on like this forever.
Salandril is here in the monastery.
Well done. We shall deal with him later. Here is your reward. And not another word about this. Understood?
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed. You know what you have to do.
I think I'm possessed. Can you heal me?
Not without a token of your respect for this monastery, my son. 300 gold coins.
Great. Here's the money.
Here, drink this. May the mercy of Enos be your salvation.
I have found the Eye of Enos. It's broken.
But that cannot be. What happened?
Some really nasty customers had it. Anyway, I came too late. They were performing a strange incantation on a crescent-shaped ritual site up in those woods.
Enos be with us. They have desecrated our circle of the sun. Even in my worst nightmares, I could never have imagined they would possess this kind of power.
What can we do now?
The enemy has become very strong. Still, this ancient artifact meant a powerful threat to him. We must heal the eye and restore its old power, but time works against us. I cannot begin to imagine what is now going to become of us all. Without the protection of the eye, we are helplessly at the mercy of the enemy. Go to Vatras, the water mage in town. In this terrible situation, only he will know what is to be done. Take the eye to him, and hurry!
What is the Circle of the Sun?
Every year, all the magicians and novices of the monastery travel to this place at the time of the solstice to mark the beginning of a new cycle. The place is filled with the immeasurable power of the sun. Never have I entertained the slightest notion that its power could be reversed. And yet, that is what happened.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I used to say that myself.
You already know what I think.
No idea. You tell me. I used to say that myself.
Beat it!
You already know what I think.
Been there, done that.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Same old thing all over again.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
No idea. You tell me.
Nobody ever asks me.
Hey!
What's wrong? Why are you bothering me? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an extremely complicated experiment?
I didn't mean to disturb you.
You already have. Well, what do you want?
You already know what I think.
Can I learn from you?
I pass on my knowledge only to members of our church.
Those are all just rumors.
Could you brew me a potion?
Do you doubt my abilities? I can brew any potion.
Fine.
Not so fast. Naturally, you must bring me the ingredients and pay a small fee for expenses, as well as for the materials.
How much do you ask?
For the brewing itself, I charge 10 gold pieces.
You don't have to ask me that.
Who's his particular?
You'd better watch.
Brew me a...
All right.
Yes, here.
Good. I shall give you a potion now, then you...
Brew... Yeah. Yeah.
No time for things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. I shall give you a.
Yeah. Yes.
Good.
Could have told you that before.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy. There's more, believe me. I always act in the name of Innos. Those are all just rumors.
There's more, believe me.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
I couldn't get away with that.
No one must violate the divine order.
I'm staying out of it.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
That's totally obvious.
He really should have known better.
You should have known better.
Path of virtue is long, right?
I never would have thought.
There's more, believe me.
Nobody ever asks me.
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
So it says in the scriptures.
At least I could tell you.
Who told you that?
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
I never would have thought.
That will never change.
As if I don't have enough problems.
It had to happen sooner or later.
You already know what I think.
You don't have to tell me that.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Path of virtue is long, rocky.
Could have told you that before.
I've got no time for things like that.
Nobody ever asks me.
I used to say that myself.
That's just what I said.
Innos deals out fair punishment.
Those are all just rumors. You should have known better.
Hey!
It had to happen sooner or later.
What room is this?
This is where they keep the holy relics of the monastery.
What relics?
Here rests the Hammer of Innos, along with the Shield of Fire. These are the most important relics of Church of Innos, outside the capital of the realm.
Tell me about the shield.
The Shield of Fire was borne by Dominic in the battle on the Southern Isles. But the power of the shield is never to be wielded again. Therefore, we have nailed it to the wall.
You have to feel sorry for the poor.
Tell me about the hammer.
This is the sacred hammer of Innos. With this hammer, Saint Robar slew the stone sentinel. The Holy Scriptures say that the stone sentinel was invulnerable. He stood in battle like a tower, and the weapons of his enemies were smashed on his skin of stone. With the name of Innos on his lips, Robar hurled himself at the monster and crushed it with one mighty blow of his hammer.
I never would have thought. what I said.
That'll never change.
Could have told
And he works all day, too.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Go away, don't tell me that.
Show me.
And the human...
I've got this feeling of trepidation.
You don't look well either. You were subjected to the black look of the Seekers for too long. All I can heal is your body, but only the monastery can purify your soul. Speak to Pyrakar. He will help you.
I've got a problem with the Eye of Innos. I could use your help.
And will your problem require me to leave town?
I don't know. Possibly.
I've been waiting to be relieved for days. The other water mages should have been back in Corinus some time ago. If you see to it that at least one of them comes to take over my duties in town, I shall be free to help you solve your problem.
Adonos saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Innos to take his divine power from the human. And Innos, in his wisdom, did so.
I already thought as much.
He can't keep anything to himself. Everybody knows by now.
never get this open without the right key.
That's really not my problem.
That was no big deal.
Have you ever used a teleporter stone?
Are you out of your mind?
Say that myself.
As long as none of the water mages swear to me that there's no danger, I'm not going anywhere near those things. They ordered me to hide one of those teleporter stones, and well, apart from that, I'm staying well away from them.
Where is this teleporter stone?
There's a cave to the south, not far from my tavern.
Just gossip.
That's where the water mages found one of those things.
Can I have a look at this teleporter stone?
I don't care. Here's the key. Though I've blocked the entrance.
Show me.
Certainly.
Just gossip.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
That's not what I heard.
It had to happen sooner or later.
I never knew that.
That's no secret.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Tell me that isn't true.
That's not what I heard.
I couldn't get away with that.
I never knew that.
Same old thing all over again.
Do you really believe that?
I used to say that myself. You just have to listen.
I agree with you completely.
He really should have known better.
You hardly know who to believe these days. That's all just gossip.
There he is.
How's the situation?
Malik has disappeared and taken everything and everybody who would work for me with him. He said he was headed for the mountains. He couldn't stand it here anymore. The hordes of monsters pouring out of the pass every day into the high pastures are really getting to me. If at least I had a few helpers or mercenaries. There was even one who was willing to work for me. Changed his mind, though. I think his name was Wolf.
It'll be all right.
Without Malik, nothing gets done around here anymore. If something doesn't happen soon, I'll have to give up my farm. Hopefully he'll come back.
There he is. There he is. is! There he is! There he is!
You can't rely on it.
Hold a sword.
Where have you been?
I was in the Valley of Mines. There are dragons there. They gave the paladins a pretty hard time.
So? Then there really is something to the stories. Lee will be interested.
Have you got something for me to do?
Have you seen those black hooded guys creeping by here? Those people give me the willies, I'll tell you. When I was at sea, I saw some pretty curious things, but those fellows really scare me. They went in the direction of the bandit camp in the mountains at the southern end of the valley. Maybe you should go there and check on those guys, and do away with them.
I want...
Really true.
I hardly know what to believe.
That's all just gossip.
He's really true myself.
It's not what I think myself. That's all I've gone about it differently.
I've heard
I agree with you completely. Nothing.
I want to...
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Nobody wants to know.
Good.
Nobody goes on like this forever.
I couldn't care less.
Nothing amazes me anymore. I never knew that.
You don't have to know
how to hold a sword. Nobody will learn anything from me. That was obvious all along.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Never change.
What weapon?
Only the...
Amazes me anymore. I'd have gone about it differently.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
To do about it. All that matters is strength. So don't tell me that. I'm not telling you anything new.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
I agree with you completely. Is it really true?
That was no big deal.
He really didn't deserve that.
Is it really true?
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Ah, it's good that you've come.
What's up?
I found this in the old chapel. It's a magic rune. I think it will teleport you straight back here to the farm. I thought you might be able to use it.
Himself was after him.
I have freed Gorn.
Yes, he already told me. Good work. He's worth more than Silvio and his boys put together.
I never knew that.
I've come from the Valley of Mines. The castle there was attacked by dragons.
So it's true. Lars said that rumors about dragons are circulating through the city. I didn't believe it. What about the paladins?
They've been thoroughly decimated.
Good. Maybe now Lord Hagen will think again about my offer. And if not, then we'll find another way to get out of here.
I'm not touching that.
That's all just gossip.
Don't you have anything else for me to do?
You can't get enough, You're in plenty of trouble as it is. What else do you want then?
Another assignment. I'm a mercenary, remember?
All right, I've got something. It's just the thing for you. I have a debt to settle with the judge in town. I'd actually prefer to do it myself, but the paladins wouldn't let me within a stone's throw of his house. The thing has to be handled with a bit of consideration, so pay attention. You'll go to the judge and offer him your services. You'll try to win his trust and carry out some dirty work for him until you find something to incriminate him. The swine has done so many dirty jobs that it stinks to high heaven. Bring me something I can use to blacken his name with the militia, so that he spends the rest of his life molding in the slammer. But I don't want you to kill him. That would be too quick. I want him to suffer, understand? Do you think you can do that?
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
No problem. How much?
Your reward depends on what you bring me, so make an effort.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Do you have better armor for me?
I sure do.
That was quite obvious.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Give me the heavy armor.
Here, very good armor. It's the same that I wear.
But he knew that all along.
I've come from the Valley of Mines.
So it's true. Lars said that rumors about dragons are circulating through the city. I didn't believe it. What about the paladins?
They've been thoroughly decimated.
Good, and if...
Don't say you didn't know that.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I've got my own opinion about that.
What weapon?
Only the...
I never knew that.
I already thought as much.
Tell me anything new. I agree with you completely.
Where did you pick that up then?
That's all just gossip. Nobody will learn anything from me.
I've got my own opinion about that.
I already know who to believe these days. That's really not my problem.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I'm telling you anything new. Nothing amazes me anymore.
It can't go on like this forever.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
And it works all day, too.
You listen to the wrong people.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Is it really true?
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
Nobody wants to know. Inos deals out fair punishment.
That's all just gossip. I'm no better off myself.
How's it going?
You'd better scram, you filthy mercenary, before I call the guards.
Relax. I'm not here to steal from you. I'm looking for work.
Ah, so you want to work for me? That is, of course, a different matter. There is, alas, one minor problem. I don't know whether I can trust you. You'll have to prove your loyalty first.
Put me to the test.
All right. Listen. Bring me the sacred hammer of the magicians of fire. They keep it somewhere in the basement of their monastery. If you pull that off, I might think about hiring you as a bodyguard.
All right.
Fine. But remember, if they catch you, I've never heard of you.
Someone's got to pay for that.
No idea. You tell me.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Only Enos decides what's right or wrong.
He would have never thought of that himself.
It can't go on like this forever.
That's not what I heard.
That's the first I've heard of it.
But the light was a torment for Beliar. All that Enos created was destroyed by Beliar.
Go away, don't tell me that. He had better shut up. He had better shut up. That's not what my husband...
Hey, you!
Now that's typical, isn't it? Now that's typical, isn't it? Now that's typical, isn't it?
Hey, you!
You don't say. I won't tell her a thing from now on. Really? How interesting. These are bad times.
Hey, you!
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes... Go away. Don't tell me that. And it's gonna
Hey, you!
That's what I've always said. Who says things like that?
What's behind that locked door?
Behind that is the chest of the master lockpicker, Fingers. He put such an unbelievably complicated lock on it that, till now, no one has been able to open it. Unfortunately, he got nabbed. They tossed him through the barrier, where he probably died. But if you want to try opening the chest, here's the key to the room.
He had better shut up. Who says things like that?
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus, by the explicit order of the Honorable Lord.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Have you got a job for me?
There is a thing I'd like to have, but I haven't found one so far.
What can I get you?
A sextant. Bring me a sextant. I'll pay you a good price for it.
That's an open secret. Don't tell this to anyone. That's terrible. These are bad times. And it's going to get even worse. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Enos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Innos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
Hey, you! I managed to open the chest.
That's impossible. It looks like we've got a new master lock picker. Congratulations on this accomplishment.
Works all day, too.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
That's what I've always said. Who says things like that? Really, how interesting.
That's no secret.
That's just what I said.
I used to say that myself.
Nobody ever asks me.
He really should have known better.
Can't go on like this forever. That's totally obvious.
Never change.
Better watch out when you tell that to him.
I'm staying.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Is it really true?
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
And the sea released the land, and there arose...
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Enough trouble as it is.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Someone's gotta pay for that.
No idea. You tell me.
Here's the sacred hammer of the magicians.
I'm truly impressed. You're really serious about this, aren't you? Here's your pay. Fine. If that's how it is, I have another task for you already. Some days ago, several prisoners escaped from the local jail. Those bastards have taken off to the mountains, somewhere in the direction of Zardas' new tower. The name of their leader is Morgahard. I want you to kill him. Go! Hurry before they're gone for good.
The path of virtue is long and rocky.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
Only Enos decides what's right or wrong.
That's not what I heard.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I don't know why you get so worked up.
There he is.
Hey! Hey, you!
You better stay away from me if you don't want to land in jail.
Where is Morgahard, your leader?
We split up, so we wouldn't get caught so quickly. No idea where the others are.
I have come to arrest you.
Over my dead body. I'd have gone about it differently.
Hey!
That was obvious all along.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
You are Morgahard.
How come you know my name?
The judge is looking for you. You fled from his jail. What'd you do? Steal his wallet?
Not his. The governor's. And on his behalf, too. Well, after we attacked the governor, he didn't want to share the booty with us. And had us arrested. We didn't want to wind up on the gallows. So we fled. We thought they'd never catch us that way. That seems to have been a mistake.
Where did you pick that up then?
What can we do against the judge?
Nothing at all. He sits up there in the upper end of town like a spider in his web. Untouchable.
I wouldn't say that. We'd only need some proof of his guilt in the matter concerning the governor.
Proof, you say? I have that. But who'd listen to a convicted criminal?
Give me your proof, and I'll see to it that no one will hunt you again.
Are you sure? All right. Here, take this letter. It bears the judge's signature. Even if it doesn't change my guilt, it should be enough to confirm that he was an accomplice in the business.
That's really not my problem.
Hey!
Forget it. I'm not going back to jail.
Nobody will learn anything from me. That doesn't...
That swine of a judge.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Is it really true?
You should really have known better.
I'm better off myself. I never knew that.
Hey, you!
And there's more, believe me.
Show me.
What can I offer you?
I'm not telling you anything new.
And there's more.
He doesn't even know how to hold
And
a
there's
sword.
more, believe me.
And that's the truth.
But he knew that all along.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I can't help it.
Same old thing.
Nobody will learn anything.
Nobody wants to know.
Beliar himself was after
been
him.
there,
But he
done
knew
that.
that all along.
Nothing you can do about it differently.
I couldn't get away with
He
that.
doesn't see that.
I used to say
I've
that
been like this
myself.
forever.
I couldn't care less.
I never knew that.
Myself.
Sooner or later. That was no big
He
deal.
doesn't even know how to hold a sword off myself.
He didn't get that from me. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I never knew that. That's really not my problem.
I found something to incriminate the judge.
Really? What is it?
He hired a few thugs to mug the governor of Corinus. Shortly afterwards, he had them arrested and pocketed all the gold. I brought you the written order the judge gave those thugs as evidence.
Show me. At last! That should be enough to make him bleed. I'm impressed. I'm willing to shell out quite a bit for that. Here's your reward.
Telling you anything new.
And not a word about this to anyone. Got it?
You have to step in and sort things out.
It's a bad business. Really not my problem.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
About it. If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
It can't go on like this forever.
Wrong people. You listen to the wrong people.
Where did you pick that up then?
He insisted.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Of course we got him. That was obvious.
This is gonna change.
Don't tell me you didn't know
It was
that.
his decision, wasn't it?
Hey, you!
Of course we got him in the
I'm
end.
not telling you anything new.
Show me.
What can I offer?
That's been known a long time.
I used to say that myself.
Tell me that isn't true.
I hardly know what to believe
That
in.
doesn't surprise me. That's all just gossip.
I'm
It
staying
can't
out.
go on like this
Everything
forever.
is ahead.
I'm staying out of it.
I'm no better off myself.
He thinks it's as easy as
My
that.
opinion.
That's no secret.
He ran like
That's
Beliar
obvious.
himself was after him.
That's no secret.
He never would have thought of that
No
himself.
one really wants to hear that.
It was his decision, wasn't
You
it?
have to step in and
Don't
sort
tell
things
me
out.
that. He insisted he knew better. He doesn't even know how to hold
You don't have
himself.
to tell me that.
You can't rely on that.
I hardly know what to believe in.
Listen, that's all just gossip.
I couldn't get away with that.
Nobody wants to know.
It was his decision, wasn't
You
it?
have to step in and sort things out.
He insisted he knew better. That's really not my problem.
I couldn't care less.
He never would have thought of.
I couldn't care less.
Hey, you!
Can't go on like this forever. No idea.
Brew me an elixir. Yeah, good.
That's totally obvious.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
Tell me,
Yeah, good.
as if I don't have enough.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
No time for things like that.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
You know, deals out.
Yeah, good.
Can't go on like this forever.
You.
You don't have to tell me that.
You don't have the necessary.
Same old thing all over again. That'll only cause more trouble. Same old thing all over again. That'll only cause more trouble.
Hey,
Anything's possible.
That'll never change.
If I don't have enough money.
You don't say.
But Enos beheld what Beliar
He wants to know.
He can't keep anything to himself.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
hey, you!
About the missing ornaments.
Yes?
I found them.
Well, that's terrific. Now I have them all. Now all we have to do is put them together. We will have to use our combined powers to fit the piece back into a ring. Here, I can give you some gold coins for your trouble. Follow me. There. And now, step aside.
Hey, you!
The ornament has been put back together. Since you brought us the necessary fragments, you should also set them into the portal. Go to Satyrus, and let him give you the reassembled ring. Hopefully, the portal will then open.
Hey, you! Give me the ring. I shall open the portal.
Good. As a new member, you should be granted this honor. However, I'm still waiting for a message from Vatras. Until I receive it, we cannot go.
I have a message from Vatras for you.
Very interesting. All right. Here, take the ring. We shall gather at the portal and wait for you. If Nefarious is right, the portal will open as soon as you insert the ring there.
What now?
What are you waiting for? Go, and get out of our way.
What with?